Hey YouTube, what's going on? ZeroMagnumX here. I have my blue-white control post return to Ravnica for you, everyone. Alright, first thing I'm going to say is I've been getting a lot of views saying about some of my old videos, like, this isn't relevant, this doesn't work. When you're watching this video right from the get-go, please, please, please look at the date. Alright? Because what's on this video may not be relevant come 6 months from now, and I've been having people comment from a year ago, and I know it's not relevant now. Anyway, now to finally consider what blue-white has to offer. I've made some very, very interesting choices, but I think they're relevant choices. The first thing I want to say is I'm not using Azorius keyrunes, and I notice a lot of decks are. I don't personally care for it, but I'm not saying to knock it down. Secondly, there's going to be some changes made to the deck, probably in the future. I don't think blue-white controls enough to exist in this format, but we'll see. And we'll see how well it does. Likewise, too, this is my version of it. This is the beta version of it. And I'm probably going to be going to 3 colors eventually. Either be going to Team America, so to speak, red, white, blue control, or I'll be going to Bant control. I think those two are the best right now for control type decks. Bant has the finisher you're looking for, and red, white, blue has counterflux in it, both of which can be really relevant. Alright, anyway, here's the deck, and I hope you guys like it. First we have an Angel Serenity. We have 3 Oblivion Rings. I'm running 3 O-Rings because I need that extra push against Detention Sphere. I mean, Detention Sphere cannot target Detention Sphere, so it's really nice to have O-Rings, especially if they're like mucking up the board with Snapcaster mages and you need an out for that. Like if they desphere your Snapcaster, is what I mean, then you need to be able to get them back, and being able to get their triggers off too afterwards would be really cool. So, I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but I generally have had 2 Snapcasters on board pretty often. So I don't want to see Detention Sphere hit them on the other side of the board and not have an answer to it. The card you're seeing now is Syncopate. I've been testing it. I'd say it's about a 68 to 73% that I like it, and the rest I don't. And when I go 3 colors, it'll probably be 3 counterflux. I'm running 3 Syncopates. Try not to bore you guys, which I apologize for. So, there's all 3. Okay, I have 2 Tamio in here. I'm probably going to switch her down to 1 and run 3 of the next guy, Jace, because his mini Factor Fiction is really good. I couldn't get another Jace at the pre-release as much as I tried. So I'm sorry that there's a proxy in here, but I needed to test this thoroughly. Okay, I have 4 Think Twice in it, which I think is really needed for blue-white control, especially because of Terminus and being able to instant speed it. Even though we control players have lost Ponder, you still do have that element of possible blind luck, but the only way you're going to instant speed Terminus is through Think Twice and Azorius Charm. And I think having 8 draw engines in a deck made like this is very good, especially with Think Twice having flashback, because typically speaking, I've ran into a situation where either Think Twice gets me Terminus, or I flash it back and I draw 2 cards and neither of them are Terminus. In fact, a lot of times I've actually flashed it back and I got Terminus off of my draw because I drew 2 cards and it was 1 down. So, I mean, that kind of balance of the deck tends to happen. Okay, anyway, with that said, for Terminus, if you go 3 color, do not use Terminus as a board wipe. It's bad. Use 4 Supreme Verdict instead. And maybe more counter spells. I only am using 2 Supreme Verdicts, so I have 6 Wraths in the deck. Zori's Charms, 4 of them. They're important. I don't know if I'd find a ratio differently for other decks. Probably Bant you'd want to run 4, but I don't know how many for Team America. I don't know if you want to do like 2 Izzet Charms, 2 Azorius Charms, or just stick to all 4 Azorius Charms and not care about the Izzet Charm or what. But it's there. Okay, Detention Spheres, I have 3 of them. 2 Sphinx's Revelations, which is incredibly important in this deck. It will win you games. Okay, blue-white's finisher is the Asperia Sphinx. I'm going to say this. I don't care for it. I have 3 of them in the deck. Like I said, I plan on having this ready to go for FNM. And I'm literally 50-50 on it. I like its 6 power, but I would have rather it just had been a 5-5, and then I would have been ecstatic with it. Because as a 5-5, it doesn't die to all the things that it dies to with 4 toughness. It doesn't die to, you know, Ms. Mortars. Or Ms. Mortars. It doesn't die to the Augur Spree. You know, it doesn't die to these certain cards that otherwise you wouldn't have a problem with. The same thing with Dreadbore. If you drop this and then they Dreadbore and attack you, you're really not doing too well. I'd rather have something that came out and did something. That's why I think Bant has the best finisher in Armada Worm. So I have 3 Asperia in here for blue-white. That's why I'm switching to 3 colors. If you guys want blue-white, he's the best one to run. He literally is. Okay, lands. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. I don't have shock lands, but I'm not sure if blue-white needs them or not yet. I gotta decide. So I have 1 Ghost Quarter, 4 Guild Gates, 4 Glacials, I believe 10 Island, and 4 Plains. That's the entire main deck. Like I said, if you're going to build this, the deck itself is good. I changed the Syncopates to probably Dissipates, and after that, I would probably put in... You can try the Shocklands. If you, I mean, they are superior in what they do. And I would also try out 3 Jace and 1 Tamiyo if you're looking to build this. Real quick, though, for the final part of this video, if you guys just want to see deck profile, cut it here. But if you guys want to know about my pre-release, I'll tell you now. The midnight pre-release, I can't remember where I placed, but I didn't do too well. Saturday was my best day. I went 4-2. Unfortunately, the one game I didn't play as well as I could have. I really feel like if I could go back and replay that game, I would have done better. And Sunday's pre-release was really small. I went 1-2 and dropped because there was only 5 rounds and there's no way I could get a prize. So that was my record. On Saturday, I finished 10th place out of like 40-some people. So it's like the equivalent of 4th place, I guess you could say. The thing is that our locals doesn't do prizes down to like 11th place or whatever, like regular. First place gets 36 packs, so they get the equivalent of box, and then it's split down from there. So there's more incentive to win first place. Anyway, I'll run this guys at Friday Night Magic, this deck, unless I get everything, and I mean absolutely everything for the 3-color control, then I'll feature that and play that. If not, I'll give you guys a report and let you know how it went. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it was so long. Peace YouTube and ZeroMagnumX out. Take care and have a good one. Later, everybody.